Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is about the body paragraphs, that is also called as body copy of essay writing. To give you a few insights, this video is covering the section 2 of writing section, which is essay writing, that is common to both general training and academic. So both the kind of IELTS test takers, you can watch this video and get the benefit. I have already created one video on the introductory paragraph that you can check out. Click on the I button and you can watch the video. Now in the sequence, this is the next video that covers the middle portion of the essay writing. And going forward, I will talk about the conclusion paragraph in essay writing. So essay writing has a word limit of 250 words. You have to adhere to that. Make a note, you do not need to precede this word limit or fall short of too many words. Some difference does make a, it's like fine for the examiner, but yes, a marginal or a big difference will cause some negative repercussions. So now, when you know the word limit, let me proceed to what body copy exactly is. There are in total 3 to 4 paragraphs, but let's take it as 4 paragraphs in essay writing. 3 paragraphs are in the case when you are given one topic and you know there is only one agreement. That is, there is no situation to agree, whereas just one agreement, that is to agree. You can write that in 3 paragraphs. Here the examiner asks you one topic where you have to either take a negative side or a positive side. Or you can say you have to say for the motion or you have to write against the motion. In that case, you have to write 4 paragraphs. We start with the introductory paragraph, coming to the second paragraph, that is about the advantages or the positive aspect or taking the side of the topic. Coming to third paragraph, that is about the negative aspect or disadvantages or something that is against what is said in the question. Coming to fourth paragraph, it is about the conclusion. Now I am covering only paragraph 2 and 3 in this video, and that covers the body copy. Before I proceed guys, please subscribe to my channel to show support. You can write your queries to me definitely on my email ID, and you can also join the Telegram channel. All these links are in the description of this video and also flashing on the screen. So before we proceed, please hit the like button. You can share this video and benefit others also. So let's proceed to the main part. Okay guys, now here I will give you 2 techniques that are really beneficial in structuring and writing these 2 paragraphs. First and foremost, when you write paragraph 3rd and paragraph 2nd, there's a word limit. Now factually I never count it beforehand. I do make a count of words when I have finished the complete essay. You should actually try that because it is difficult to keep counting the words. So rather, we figure out how much we need to write by the number of sentences. So when I say paragraph 2nd, which is about the advantages, you have to mention 3 advantages. Not less than that, not more than that. 3 advantages suffice. That can cover at least, I suppose, 4 to 5 lines. That's it, not more than that. Coming to third paragraph, that is about the disadvantages. Disadvantages again have to be mentioned in 3 pointers, and the lines could be approximately 4, or you can max go 5. While you end the complete essay, then you count on the word limit. If it is exceeding, then you can reduce the words wherever possible. But do not reduce the pointers. The number of pointers have to remain 3 in both the cases. The rephrasing or the restructuring part can be done, which is like editing towards the end, that can be done. So that is point number 1. Coming to point number 2 of the technique, guys, you do not have to repeat the same sentences or exact, phrases that is mentioned in the question in your essay. You have to use the technique of rephrasing. Rephrasing means that you can understand what the examiner is telling you through the question, but you have to write it in your own words. Or rephrasing can also mean that you can pick the sentence but use more words in that sentence and delete the words that the examiner has used. or kind of use 2 words and add your 3 words and make the complete sentence. Any of this you do is called rephrasing. So you can do that. Please make a note, that's a big no. I'm against saying that because here you get a negative marking. There's no negative marking as in you know that for everything you write, but yes, if you're scoring a band 9, you will land on to band 8. But if it is band 8, you will land on to band 7. So that's a impact it creates when you repeat the words of the examiner. Second part of this is under this second pointer, the second part is you have to use synonyms. Synonyms actually boost your presentation as well as shows the examiner that you have good command over words or vocabulary. I'll give you an example. If I'm writing something about getting bored, rather than saying, if the examiner uses the word bored in his question, I can say the word monotonous or tedious or repetitive. So you have to learn these synonyms. You can pick up few common words that you know, and you can expand your vocabulary, expand your knowledge, and use them in your exam. So whatever knowledge you have, do implement it in the exam, because we do not know how much you know unless and until you present it to the examiner, right? So these are the 2 techniques. Okay guys, till now I hope things are clear to you. Let me proceed now to practicals. So I will read and a question will appear on your screen. I will also read the body copy of that essay and it will also simultaneously appear on the screen. And I will highlight certain points that you must note. Alright, so let me begin. The question says, what distinguishes young people from their parents or grandparents' generation is a lack of physical exercise. The question is little too long. Stay tuned. Today's generation are spending far too long playing computer games, chatting aimlessly on social networking sites or simply watching television, and too little time being active. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Now you know this question talks about 2 sides, one of which you need to take. So as I described in the previous part of the video, the paragraphs will be 4. One will be positive, one will be negative, conclusion, and starting with the introductory part. Now coming to the body copy. So first of all, I will tell the positive side and then I will tell the negative side. I am starting from here. On the surface, they would appear justified. There is a whole industry that encourages children to lead a sedentary lifestyle. For example, sitting in front of a PC or games console. Dedicated satellite or cable TV channels for young people offer the chance to sit idly watching one program after the next, often repeats of something that was on the day or week before. So here I have talked about in a positive way, alright? But if you highlight, I have used examples. So as I have discussed in the previous videos, you must use factual knowledge, the facts that you have in sentences in this paragraph, and also as many examples, not giving too much detail of that example, but do mention examples. This is what they did. Coming to the second paragraph, which is for us it is third, but the second paragraph of the body copy, that is the negative side. However, please note the word used is however. This is a connecting word. So whenever we start a next paragraph, we have to connect it with the previous paragraph. And there are words like in contrast to, however, therefore, in continuation with, something like that. Now, however, it can also be argued that young people are adapting to the society they live in, a completely different place to the world their parents grew up in. Firstly, the roads today are far busier than they were in the past, which makes it very difficult for children to play outside. Secondly, children are often restricted from being outside by parents who have become overly concerned about dangers they imagine exist outside their 4 walls. Finally, it has to be said that many parents use the technology they complain about as a way of keeping young children occupied. So you see, there is usage of words like firstly, secondly, thirdly. We do not make pointers in the essay, so in order to make it in a flow, we use the words first, second, third, firstly, secondly, thirdly. It depends on what kind of sentences you are forming, right? That is one. Second thing to be noted is, as I said, there should be 3 pointers, which is exactly what they have done in this paragraph. This paragraph, thirdly, has also communicated the side which you have taken, which is you have given a proper reasoning as to why this has happened. And yes, there is a generation difference. Now, after this, I will write the concluding paragraph, which I will not cover in this video, but wanted to give you a complete highlight of how you have to write these 2 paragraphs. So I hope it is clear to you now that we have to mention 3 pointers, 3 reasoning, usage of examples and facts are most welcome, and you have to use the connecting words for it. Your language should be crisp, your sentences should be direct, not too much in detail, because we do not have that much word limit. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it and you have learned a few things that are really critical for the essay writing. Stay tuned for my more videos, and please hit the like button and also subscribe my channel before you leave.